Is Hungarian PM Viktor Orban Russia's Trojan horse in the EU? And, in exchange for his service, is Russian President Vladimir Putin trying to influence the Hungarian legislative elections to engineer a win for Orban? Both these questions are on people's minds ahead of the April 12 vote. It's an important ballot not only for Hungary, but also for Europe and its hopes for ending the war in Ukraine. Previously a staunch opponent of ties with Russia, Orban pulled a full 180 on his stance in 2009. This followed soon after a secretive meeting with Putin in St. Petersburg, where the two are said to have forged some kind of pact. When Russia invaded Ukraine in February 2022, all EU heads of state rallied in opposition to Putin, except for Orban. In July 2024, he became the first European head of state to visit Russia since its invasion began. The move drew sharp criticism from other EU leaders, but the duo has officially met 14 times and enjoy showing off their closeness. In his second stint as PM for 16 years running, Orban is now suspected to have had undisclosed backing from Russia to bolster his re-election bid. The goal? To draw attention away from the issues that have given his adversary Peter Magyar's Tisza party a lead in the polls and, if possible, target Ukraine in the process. Hungary has kept up its imports of Russian oil and gas since 2022. Orban, though, has repeatedly complained about the halt in petrochemical deliveries via the Druzhba pipeline, which goes through Ukrainian territory. Kyiv said that the pipeline was damaged by Russian strikes in January, but Orban insists that Ukraine is dragging its feet to repair it. Thus, Hungary was the sole EU member to veto a €90 billion loan package to Ukraine in March, making support conditional on immediate repairs to the oil pipeline. Then, as the electoral campaign entered its final stage, Serbia's President Aleksandar Vučić said that explosives had been found in close proximity to the Balkan Stream oil pipeline. Vučić himself is a close ally of Orban and the Kremlin, and opposition leader Magyar said the incident could be a false flag operation intended to disrupt the electoral process. Finally, recent investigations have revealed the presence of a Kremlin hotline, a direct line between Budapest and Moscow, to discuss sensitive topics debated by the EU27. Hungary's Foreign Affairs Minister Péter Szijjártó allegedly placed phone calls to his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov during breaks in EU summits to keep him updated. So, is Orban indeed a Russian agent? In any case, this will heavily play into Hungarian voters' decisions this Sunday.